Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about the clip that Colin Trevorrow recently shared that happened to feature some of the new animatronics for Jurassic World 3. So just yesterday, Colin Trevorrow gave us an inside look at what kind of work is currently being done behind the scenes for the next Jurassic movie. And in that pretty short clip, we actually got to see one of the new dinosaurs that's going to be represented on screen by practical effects. Now, of course, without any of the skin covering the robotics, it's really hard to tell what kind of dinosaur these guys are testing out here. But most fans are assuming it to be either a Corythosaurus or Stygimoloch. I've heard other guesses like the Parasaurolophus or Pachycephalosaurus, but a lot of people really seem to be homing in on the Cory before everything else. Personally, I think this is actually going to be a ram head of some kind, and I'm leaning more towards the Pachycephalosaurus myself, but who knows what it could be this early out. With an animatronic of this size and detail, I do think that it's going to be used for some sort of important shot that will more than likely be during an interaction with a human cast member. The reason I say this is because typically on Jurassic movies, they don't really make high-tech props like this unless they're going to be used to help with some of the actors' performances during a scene. If we look back just a few years ago during Fallen Kingdom's production, we see that all of the really detailed animatronics that J.A. Bayona shot were alongside the film's actors during dinosaur interactions. This includes stuff like Ken Wheatley's tooth removal of the tranquilized stegosaur, the scene where Owen and Claire have to take blood from the T-Rex, and of course the transfusion sequence with Blue. Most of the other physical effects for the fifth movie were very basic models made for Industrial Light and Magic to use for a lighting reference in post-production. So it looks like some sort of herbivorous dinosaur is going to be up close and personal with someone in the next movie. What I'm personally envisioning in my head is a scene that might have similar mechanics to Julianne Moore's interaction with the wild baby Stegosaurus that we got to see in The Lost World. Now, this brief look behind the scenes comes after a big surge of information that was recently given to us after the premiere of the latest chapter in the Jurassic Park series, which was the short film Battle at Big Rock. This short came with an equally brief glimpse at some of the animatronics that were built for Colin Trevorrow during his time on that shoot. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the people that are actually working on the practical effects for Jurassic World 3 are not going to be the same people who helped build the animatronic for Big Rock. That team was Legacy Effects, which is the same company that was responsible for the dying Apatosaurus in the first Jurassic World, and the effects team that used to work with Stan Winston on the original Jurassic Park trilogy. No, this new dinosaur effect that Colin recently shared with us is actually being built by John Nolan's studio, which happened to be behind the recent Dark Crystal series on Netflix. A while back, we learned that the filmmakers were deep into pre-production on Jurassic World 3, and that they were already hard at work designing dinosaurs and sculpting creatures out of clay. Now, just a few short months later, we've been given a peek behind the curtain to see what they've been developing. At this current point, we don't really know anything about what kind of other dinosaurs they plan to use in the final Jurassic. But if I had to guess, I'd say that series veterans like the Velociraptor and T-Rex will more than likely get robotics commissioned for the new film as well, if they haven't been made already anyway. With that being said, Jurassic World 3 is set to begin filming in just 2 short months, with Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern returning to Pinewood Studios to begin production in February of 2020. Now before I go, I want to thank all of my game wardens, like Billy Green, Josh Chambers, Pedro Passamani, Explodin' Apple, and Chris Risdell, as well as all of my InGen executives like Will Bird, More For Me, Ross Giel, and Thomas Stonehouse-Burt. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Tyson Livingston, Mitchell Young, and Lime Singularity. It truly means the world to me that you guys all enjoy my stuff this much, and I never want you to ever forget that. Now, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching today's video. If you feel like I deserved it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next one, guys, and as always, take it easy.